Welcome back to the shop for part 3 of the G6x6 build. Now, unfortunately, the week before I was a little sick and I wasn't able to bring you guys a video, but this week I'm feeling much better. But unfortunately, I just got a call from not only my camera guy, but our special guest who's gonna help me cut this in half, and they both ended up getting sick as of yesterday. So I said, don't worry about it. I will do this video on my own because I really want to get this video out posted, so this way we can get stuff moving along. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what we're gonna do today. Now, we actually need to get rid of the gas tank, all the electrical and everything from the back end because we're gonna be cutting the vehicle off right from here. So I'm gonna show you guys how I came up with the lines, what I did to factor in all the measuring, and how we're actually gonna start our first step in getting this thing ready to be cut in half. All right, I had to switch to my phone because the camera was a little dark, but I wanted to show you guys where we're gonna be cutting it and why. So if you look right here, we actually made a line, and then we also put arrows pointing this way and then outwards because we were gonna have our special guest come and cut. And I always do this, so this way, even if somebody's helped me, they don't cut in the wrong side or the wrong direction. So we're gonna cut out this section here along with this, and then we're also gonna cut this out. Now this is all the way back to 21 inches. Now I'm gonna take you over here to the 6x6 bed. Now from this post to here is actually 18 inches. I always give myself extra room because once I cut it, I want to be able to do the finishing work. And I'm not sure how this bead is going to lock up, if we're going to need to fold it over, if we're going to need to cut it, weld it. And then also, let me show you something here on the back. If you look right here, you can see that there's this trim molding right here that actually sticks out from the car. I wanted to put that actually on the G6x6, but if you look right here, you can see our roll bar. I mean, it's so thin right there. There we go, that's the perfect look. You could barely get the space in here. So I want to do a nice, neat, finished look, but I don't think I'll have the space for it. So we might do this out. So depending on how this all goes, we're gonna change after I do that. You can see that this has the legs that go all the way down here. I am actually not gonna do that on this other car. We're gonna be drilling out all the spot welds. You can see all these right here. We're gonna drill all these out, and we're gonna remove this inside section part. Do the same right here with drilling all these out to remove the outer skin, but then keep all the internals of the 2017 or 2018 model. Also, we need to move all this stuff out of the way because the seat actually goes back 6 inches. So instead of the seat hanging right here and having minimal space between the front, now the seat's gonna be all the way back here. So we're debating to actually putting up maybe a folding seat rest or something special to give us more space in the back end. So we just removed the gas tank, and we wanted to make sure all the lines and everything were out of the way because once we start sticking the Sawzall blade and the cutting wheel through here, we didn't want to catch on fire. So if you look right here, you can see that the gas tank, it's very dirty, it needs to be clean. But the other reason why we're removing stuff and we're gonna walk underneath here is because everything you see right now needs to be cleaned and taken apart and painted because there's nothing worse than having a half-ass build. I've seen a lot of people do these crazy builds. So the up top will be brand new fresh paint and then everything down below will be rusty. Remember, this car is going to be quite lifted off the ground and everybody's going to see every axle, every bolt, every nut. So we need to make sure that all this stuff is extremely clean. So each piece underneath here will be sanded and painted all over again, and every bolt as well. Now, before I cut up this beautiful $80,000 G Wagon, I have to give a shout out to our build sponsor, Luxury Lease Partners. Now they're helping me build my dream car, and they can help you guys get your dream car as well with amazing leasing options. Whether you want to get an exotic car, a classic car, or a luxury car, they have something to fit every single person. And if you're worried about your credit, you don't have to be. They have leases for good credit as well as bad credit. The best part is it only takes 15 minutes to get pre-approved. You actually call them and you actually speak to a real human being and talk about your situation, and you could find out which leasing program works best for you. Now, I'm gonna leave their phone number and a link to the website in the link below. So make sure you go to the description, click it, check them out. They're a great group of guys. They're also car people, so they understand if you're looking for something unique, something rare. And the best part is once you get pre-approved, they actually have dealer groups that they work with to help you expedite your car searching even quicker. So once again, use the link down below and give them a quick phone call to get pre-approved. And let's get back to chopping this thing up. had to switch back to the iPhone because the lighting wasn't so great. So as you can see, we actually removed the whole back end. Now I'm going to show you what we're doing. So basically what you see right here is this piece. Now this is actually going to go in. We're going to start drilling out those spot welds I showed you on the other part. So all this is actually going to come off. The reason why I left it is I wanted to make this much easier to move, and there's other reason behind it. And then we're going to take out these inner skins, leave these, but then the outer ones are going to go. So all this is going to go along the side of it. Now, as you can see, here's the frame. Looks like we nicked it a little bit with the Sawzall, but that's okay. We're not really going to use any of this stuff. Now, if you can see the body right here, the reason why I did it this way is because if you own a G Wagon and you get into a rear end accident, you can see that this is totally complete. So if you get smacked right in the back end, I have the whole back end here for you. Plus, I have a tailgate with spare tires. So if you guys are looking to buy any of this stuff, hit me up on my Instagram at Lucky Lopez. You can get any of these parts that I'm not using. This whole back clip that's in good condition. And I got 5 wheels, the G63 wheels with brand new tires. You can go with them as well. So pretty much whatever I'm not using on this build, I'm going to be giving to you guys or selling. So if you guys want any of this stuff, hit me up. Also, shout out to Harbor Freight. They gave us a lot of really cool stuff. We got the drill bits. We got our Christmas tree, which we're going to be going into the actual there. And we got all these polish wheels, sanders, and saw blades, which I think I pretty much killed all the saw blades. But once again, thanks again, Harbor Freight. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we got all the welds taken care of. And it took about an hour. And I started hitting this with an air hammer, and it wasn't coming up. So I decided to go ahead and look underneath, and it looks like this is all one piece of sheet metal that goes all the way back. So let's go ahead and go to the G6x6 body. So typically when you drilled out spot welds like this one right here and the ones back here, the sheet metal should come apart, and then we'll be able to pull out the under tray and separate it. But unfortunately, all the spot welds here and then all the spot welds that go all the way back are 2 pieces of metal that are sandwiched all the way together. So basically, I just wasted an hour drilling all these holes out when we're going to have to probably cut this and weld this all up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to cut the inner side here, and we're going to get rid of this inner skin inside here because I don't want to use this. Because if you look right here, I think this was from an older G Wagon. I don't like the condition. We only want to use the outer skin right here that's in good shape, that's already been primered and stuff like that. And we're going to open it up and see from the inside if it needs anything. And what we're going to do by doing that is actually maintain a majority of the structural integrity from the original body. So we're just going to go ahead and cut off this other piece and start getting on that. And then what we're going to do too is we're going to use seam sealer, and we're going to start welding the inside of the body here little by little, and then cleaning this all up to make sure it's waterproof. So here we are with the G Wagon. We got the back off, we got the sheet metal screwed out. We're getting ready to swap bodies and start lining stuff up with the actual G6x6 body, which is very cool. All this took us about 2 days, which means it's probably about maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of video for you guys watching out there in YouTube land. But I'm super excited. I love doing this stuff. Hopefully we can do more of this in the future. So if you like this kind of stuff, please like, subscribe, and share this, because like I said, I really do love these builds. I don't mind sitting in front of the camera talking, but like in my Christmas video, it gets kind of boring. I want to kind of break up the monotony with Workshop Wednesdays. Unfortunately, this one's posted on Friday because everybody's sick and I'm going to be here solo. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing one. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. But once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Luxury Lease Partners, because without these guys, I would not be able to be building my dream car. I know it looks pretty scary, but like I said, it's going to look pretty epic once we connect this body. So next video, our goal is to take off all these axles, get them all sent over to Bill Rader, so this way we can get them cleaned, fitted, all put together, make sure they're good, and put them underneath here so this way we can move around the chassis. Also, we're going to be cutting the front half off and bringing it over here. So a lot of fun stuff in episode number 4. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be maybe next Friday on that one as well. But I would love to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, hit me down below. We'll see you next time.